The verdict is in. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Zach, the WretchedWatchmen. I'm bringing you a little bit of news when it comes to what's going on with the political theater, the show, the display, as well as what's going on with Trump. Yes, it is indeed a show, and they're getting exactly the response that they've wanted. Now, first things first, I got to put this up front because I know a lot of people say that I'm just a hater and whatnot. The fact is I'm not a hater. I'm somebody who just likes to look at the information, looks at the facts, the evidence, and tries to use critical thinking and common sense in order to figure out what exactly is going on. And the fact is through everything that we see with what's going on with this ridiculous trial, and it is a ridiculous trial, there's no possible way that this trial should be going on, but that's just another block in the stack of reasons why this is absolutely a show that is being specifically put on. Is the after effect of this is they're getting the response that they want. They're basically handing the election to him. Now, we don't know if there's going to be an election, which ultimately is a selection. Everybody that you have the opportunity to vote for, and anybody who does win is, in fact, hand-selected in order to be there. They wouldn't be there otherwise. That includes Trump. We'll talk about that in a second. But the fact is if there is, in fact, a selection, an election, they basically handed it to him, which that's exactly the response that they want. The left right now is currently laughing. And the right is digging in with so much hatred and anger. It's exactly what they want. So let's take a look. We got it here. First things first. This is Donald Trump found guilty in historic New York hush money case. This is a New York jury on Thursday found Donald Trump guilty of all 34 felony counts of falsifying business records, the first time a former U.S. president has been convicted of a crime. Actually, 34 of them. The jury reached its verdict in the historic case after 9.5 hours of deliberation, which began Wednesday. He'll be sentenced on July 11th, 4 days before the Republican National Convention. He faces penalties from a fine to 4 years in prison on each count, although it's expected he would be sentenced for the offensive concurrently, not consecutively. But the thing is this is, I mean, they are getting the response exactly as they want. The divide grows bigger, the anger for each side grows stronger, and the influence for Trump skyrocketed. Again, basically handing him the election, no matter what happens. If there is one, again, we still don't know what's going to happen with that. But this is exactly what they want. They got it in a setting that was on show to be against him. They got a judge that was on show displayed to be against him, and a jury that's on show, a display to be against him. And so the cards were completely against him. Everybody knew that the outcome was coming, that it was going to be, which only added to this aggression, this digging in, this divide even further. The thing is if you sit back and you put away your idea that this isn't rigged and we still have a chance. If you set that aside and you just look at what's going on, you should be able to see the script, the theater play being put on, and the outcome that they want. This has to do with the Hegelian dialectic of moving society, hurting society in the direction that they want to do through things like order out of chaos, obvious things that we should be able to see, as well as everything else. It's about moving society in the direction that they want to do. And right now they want to cause this. Now, again, if he does get elected, we could see things where he does become this dictator that the left thought he was, or they take him out, which that would certainly start a civil war in my mind, because then everybody's going to know who and why they took him out. And there's going to be a huge thing to go on that. Keep in mind, they don't want to take the guns away. They want to turn the guns on each other. Something to keep in mind when it comes to that. But the thing is this is all happening. And the thing is Trump is in the club. There's still people out there that just can't seem to get that through their head, even if you show them the evidence of what's going on. I put together a little Trump resume. To show you exactly what he stands for and what he does. Take a look. Let's look at Trump's resume. He was bailed out by the Rothschild family, the evil absolutely evil, one of the top satanic families in the world, who is obviously manipulating things all across the world. He was bailed out by them. His Chicago Tower was funded by George Soros. The fact is him and his administration orchestrated Crimson Contagion, which was actually the COOF event that took place before Event 201, because this happened January of 2019. And out of that came the CARES Act. Crimson Contagion was the Event 201 trial run before Event 201, and then Event 201 eventually became 2020. It was Trump and his administration that was orchestrating that, putting it into action, planning things out, getting things ready for Event 201 to take place. The other thing that also happened January 2019 was the CARES Act, which had to do with creating helicopter money out of thin air, sending us off the cliff into debt for a virus outbreak, a COOF outbreak that supposedly they didn't even know was going to happen yet. But again, at the same time, Crimson Contagion was in plan. And guess what? Find the video of Trump laughingly signing that thing into office. So he knew everything that was going on. He was help planning it, him and his administration. Plus Operation Warp Speed, which that came out of thin air, again, which he was so proud of, which that created, of course, the COOF stuff that we see going on, which he just absolutely refuses to deny. He still to this day believes that it's, or says it's saving lives. Plus he is the self-proclaimed father of the vax. Yep. He added to the deep state. He didn't get rid of anybody. And the fact is he lied about, I'm going to get rid of this person and that person. Hillary's going to be behind bars and all this stuff. None of that happened. He actually added to the deep state. He added Bill Barr, which of course he was the attorney that defended the pedophilia, as well as Epstein, as well as he was the one that was putting things in play for more spying devices and a pre-crime program. He added all that. So again, he's doing the same thing. He extended FISA 702, which has to do with the spying program, the NSA spying program. He wants extra funding for the FBI, even so much he wants to build an even bigger and better building for the FBI. He actually put that out on social media, how he wants to add extra funding to the FBI, when in fact the FBI is anti-constitutional and should be absolutely dismantled and be gone, but he wants to add to it. He also said that the US dollar is too strong. He just came out and recently said it. He's been saying it for years, actually, but he said it again, doubled down on it, tripled down on it, quadrupled down on it, however you want to put it. He says the US dollar is too strong. We must devalue. We must decrease the value of the dollar, which is interesting because that's exactly what people like the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and even George Soros, Henry Kissinger, and Klaus Schwab have all said, is the dollar must go down further, which he's doing that. Plus, he wants negative interest rates. You guys know what negative interest rates is? You pay the bank in order for them to hold your money. That's right. You pay the bank for them to hold your money. That's what he wants. Plus, he's for red flag gun laws. He wants the guns to be taken from somebody who has a red flag on them before anything. So the idea of innocent before guilty is completely thrown out the window. So he wants red flag gun laws where the gun is taken before the person was proven guilty. He supports the alphabet agenda. He came out in favor of supporting the alphabet agenda. He loves the gays and the transgenders. He loves them. Plus, he just came out and said he's pro-abortion, pro-murder. That's right. He said, if we have to sacrifice, abort babies in order to take the country back, then we will have to do so. So he wants to murder innocent babies in the womb in order to try and take back the country. Interesting. Plus, he has a mystery Middle East policy. He was all for the two-state solution. Now he comes out and says, oh, well, I just don't think it's going to work. And then he provides no answer of what he actually believes needs to happen. So that's kind of interesting. He's just got a Middle East mystery policy on what's going on with that. But keep in mind, he was for the two-state solution for many, many years of what's going on. Plus, he was a Democrat and an actor before he just magically switched over to the Republican Party in order to do this stuff. But guys, that's not even his whole resume. That's just some ones that I thought I'd throw out there. That is everybody's savior for the United States. That's everybody's make America great again. But the fact is he's showing that he's controlled by the Luciferian cabal. The fact is he knew what was coming with the 2020 thing and he helped planned it. Plus, he's all for murdering not only children in the womb, but also people who want to take the stuff. Plus, he's for spying and an illegal FBI. Plus, he wants to devalue the dollar, wants to take the guns away, supports the alphabet agenda, and we have no idea what his idea is for the Middle East. But keep in mind that he was for the two-state solution beforehand. That is everybody's savior for the United States. That's the guy that everybody's clamoring for, and everybody's saying, well, it's because we can't let the other more evil guy in. But the fact is if both parties, both individuals, both Biden and Trump, are owned by the same evil entity, one is not less evil than the other. The fact is they're giving you the illusion that one is less evil than the other, when the fact is they're both controlled by the exact same evil. But what do I know? I'm just sitting here looking at factual evidence. And before anybody in the comments goes, give me your sources, I have videos on every single thing that I just talked about on my channel. Plus, you can find all of that information online as well. So if you really want to know the truth of what's going on, you will find that information. But the fact is if you have somebody who's clearly in control or being controlled by the same people that are putting this lawfare action against him, then this is a show. This is an illusion. This is the reality of what's going on. I understand people still don't want to wake up to what is going on. People still refuse information, facts, and evidence, while all screaming to the left side, facts don't care about your feelings. Well, you're doing the same thing that you're pointing the finger at them for doing. This is an illusion. This is a show. This is about manipulating society. This is about dividing things further and getting things set up for their next plan. Everything seems to be pointing towards a crazy summer. Will it be? We don't know. We just got to wait and see. But everything seems to be lining up for that, whatever they have in store. But the fact is what we're seeing now, judge, jury, defendant, and executioner, they're all manipulated by the same team. And this is a show. Some of you want to grab your popcorn and watch the show, but for the ones who are still not seeing the evidence of what's going on with Trump and this political theater that's being put on, you really need to get up and walk out of the theater, because this is exactly what's going on right now, whether you want to admit it or not. And I knew this was coming. And the response has been exactly what I thought it was. The calls for civil war, people displaying their United States flags upside down and saying this is the end of the republic. But the fact is this republic, the constitutional republic of the United States of America, died decades ago. It didn't die with Trump and this ridiculous verdict. This just shows where people's minds are at. And for all the Christians out there that they're getting ready to get on their keyboards and get in their chat rooms and meet people at church and start spreading the gospel of politics, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. All you're going to do with that is build up a wall from witnessing to the mission field that we need to witness to. There is no bigger divide and blockade for the gospel of Jesus Christ in today's world than politics. And Satan knows that, and he's hoping you get caught up in this, you get distracted by this, and you put up walls to people that you should be witnessing to people with the gospel of Jesus Christ. Satan's hoping for you to do that. Don't do it. This is his show. This is his world. Don't play his game. Make sure you're spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ and forget all of this stuff. The United States has to fall. It will fall. And it's been falling. It's been dead for a long time before this. And this is just another show showing how dead it truly is. I'm Zach, the Wretched Watchman. Don't get caught up in this, guys. Don't get caught up. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Maranatha.